I'm nothing. Just let me be nothing.
What are you talking about?
I can't make a track team. I didn't even know why you
Yes, you
wanted
can.
to.
If you could take it, you can make it.
What?
If you can take it, you can make it. All right, you train, you fight way harder than those other guys, and you win. You get out from under them. Or you keep going the way you're going and you end up as a bum in the streets. You could do this, Lou. Just gotta believe you can.
You're not where you want to be. You feel like you're supposed to be somewhere else. You said it. Well, say you could snap your fingers and be wherever you wanted to be. I bet you'd still feel this way. Not in the right place. The point is, you can't get so hung up on where you'd rather be that you forget how to make the most of where you are.
What are you telling me?
Take a break from worrying about what you can't control. Live a little.
The most important question to ask is, what pain do you want in your life? What are you willing to struggle for? Anything worthwhile is going to require some degree of pain and struggle. So, if you're oriented toward the pain and the struggle, you're probably going to be more aligned with what you're capable of accomplishing rather than if you just orient toward the pleasures.
When you look in the rearview mirror, everything looks like it lined up perfectly to create this situation where I'm sitting across from you right now. But I can tell you, as somebody who has weathered more than a few large personal changes in my life, it is a very confusing, protracted time, and it takes a lot longer than people realize. There's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of self-doubt, there's a lot of judgment from other people. If you're breaking outside of a social expectation or a familial expectation, if you're trying something new, your peers, your friends are gonna look at you a little bit differently. Perhaps they're not gonna be as supportive as you might have expected. So there's a loneliness, I think, that is part of it as well. And I think with that is this testing process around your level of willingness, around your level of trust in yourself. And it's like being burned in a cauldron. Like you have, as I've said many times, like if you're going to be a phoenix, you have to burn first.
Winning is not what I once thought it was. I have found it to be much more complex than our traditional definitions of success. What's that mean?
It comes from when I was younger, just like wanting more stuff, a lot of external stuff, a lot of success, again, things out of your control. I wanted like circumstances and objects. I wanted success thinking of something I could the world could give me rather than something I could give myself. And I look at winning as success, it's kind of one and the same. And there's this awesome quote by, I think, Jim Carrey, and it goes, I wish for the world to realize all of their dreams so that they can realize they don't make them complete. And he's talking about that most people's dreams are very like external, like champions, like they want to win a medal, they would win a trophy, want a nice car and all this stuff, then you get it. And when you have everything, you realize this isn't what I wanted. I don't feel complete right now.
If you're going to do it, do it. Say what you can do. Do what you say. If you can't do it, don't say you can do it. Don't over-leverage yourself. Don't over-leverage a decision and then jump in and kind of dip a toe. I think I'll try it out. No, think if you're going to try it out beforehand, but when it's time to go, dive. Finish it. Find out. Come out the other side. Don't leave it and go, ooh, if I just would have. That keeps me up at night. I think it keeps a lot of us up at night. When you half-ass something you just don't know, whether you failed or succeeded, got what you want or didn't get what you want, finding out and looking in the mirror and going, I didn't half-ass it, I went all the way, I found out, and that ain't for me. Or I found out, and you damn right that is for me. That's a great place to get to.
As far as I can see, sort of motivation and willpower and drive are so rare and fucking tenuous and on a knife edge that you should be very, very careful about how much you allow that to be insulted by stuff from the outer world. And Mark Manson's thing, people will try to put the same limitations on you that they put on themselves. Don't mistake their insecurities for your ceiling.
Get going. As smart as you might become after these 2 days, as many ideas as you take away from here, they're truly, as Larry mentioned, like seeds to be planted in the soil. You got to get going. You got to take action. The disciplines is the miracle process. And here's how to get the miracle of your future going as far as disciplines are concerned. Number one, do what you can. You might go home and set a whole new pace for yourself, and we call it cleaning up neglect. Should walk around the block, could walk around the block for your good health. Don't walk around the block. See, you're on the wrong track. Should read, could read, don't read. On the wrong track. Should call, could call, don't call. On the wrong track. Could change, should change, don't change. You're on the wrong track. Letters you haven't written, conversations you haven't had with your family, somebody you should sit down with when you get back home, get that job done. Don't let neglect destroy your days, destroy your life, and destroy your future. Go back and do what you can.
Talked about there's 3 primary things that everyone casts all their pain and suffering to, which is you have circumstances, you have other people, and then you have self, and that's it. Those are the three big ones that everyone puts all of their blame on. And so the first 2 obviously don't serve you. The third sometimes serves you depending on what you do as a result of it, right? And so that actually, those big 3 has just been a really easy filter. It's like, oh, am I blaming circumstances? Am I blaming other people? Am I blaming me? And obviously you want to skip to you because that's the only thing you can do anything about.
If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you want to do? It's such a big question, but such a useful one. It has a sort of elemental simplicity to it, because people don't even allow themselves to play. You know, if we think about what play is doing something without fearing consequences. Let's just do this as a game. Children know how to play because they're not so scared of consequences. A good adult life does require us to rediscover that freedom of playing, and the way in which we do it is we think, if everything went wrong, it would still be okay. And what about the idea of thinking, this could go right? There couldn't be any massive consequences. So rediscovering play around your ambition is really important.
I say chase your dreams, man. Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. That thing that bothers you, man, that makes you trip. You can't quit thinking about it. You always, that thing, man, that you wake up in the middle of the night, you got a new idea. That's what you got to chase. Because anything else, it's going to disappoint you. You're going to forever be sad, man. If you don't chase that dream, you're going to forever be miserable, man. Bishop Jakes was talking one day on a podcast. I heard him talking. He said, I would hate to die and never do the thing I was born to do.
The more valuable the goal, in principle, the more the micro processes associated with that goal start to take on a positive charge. And so what that means is, well, you get up in the morning and you're excited about the day. You're ready to go. And so as far as I can tell, what you do is you specify your long-term ideal. Maybe you also specify a place you want to stay the hell away from so that you're terrified to fail as well as excited about succeeding, because that's also useful. You specify your goal. You do that in some sense as a unique individual. You want to specify goals that make you say, oh, if that could happen as a consequence of my efforts, it would clearly be worthwhile. Because the question always is, why do something? Because doing nothing is easy. You just sit there and you don't do anything. That's real easy. The question is, why would you ever do anything? And the answer to that has to be because you've determined by some means that it's worthwhile.
I come up with lots of different theories in my mind. Sometimes I'm like, maybe people don't care. Maybe people's problems are so big that they don't have time to focus on other things, and it's hard enough just to do the thing that you're focused on, or just overcoming the issue that you're overcoming. So how am I going to have more time to speak about these things? Why should I take the risk and risk my next step? And so I feel like it's about learning to be selfless, right? And which is difficult to do if you're not loving yourself and not in a good place.
We say find the thing which you enjoy the most, but really what you're finding is what is the pain you're prepared to swallow the most. Nothing worthwhile is going to come without discomfort. You know, even for me and you, love doing the show, love speaking to all these interesting people, get to fly around the world. But I would be lying if I said I love writing show notes or doing research in Guatemala airport at 3 a.m. because I'm on a delayed flight and I've got an episode tomorrow. Like, it's grind. It's grind that I care about, and it's grind that I can do that other people couldn't do. But it's not grind, right?
Discipline equals the importance of the goal plus, let's just say the importance of the goal to you, so the subjective importance of the goal, how much does that goal matter to you, plus the psychological enjoyment you get in the pursuit of the goal, right? So as you pursue the goal, how psychologically enjoyable and reinforcing is that for you, minus the psychological cost of the pursuit of the goal.
Maybe you want to be nobody. Maybe you're happy exactly where you are in life, because obviously you are. Maybe you don't have the determination to be somebody better than who you are. And if you want to live with that, I'll support you in that. If you're good with being who you are, and every day you wake up and every day you smell like shit because you can't wash your body well, and your skin's messed up because your health's so bad, and you can't put your clothes on right, you need help with that. You need help, like when I was doing, I need help wiping my ass. That makes you feel good? Nothing I can say to you. If every day you wake up with this, see, people are haunted, but they obviously like horror films because they keep watching the same fucking movie. I don't like horror films. A lot of people like horror films. So I don't say much to them. I say exactly what I said to you, right there. Because I was once you. I didn't like horror films, so I changed it. Some people are just, they become, like you said, it gets real small when you're lazy and you're fat. Your will, their will is so small that they don't have any, and you can't give it to them. There has to be something. This is what I'm talking about now, because this isn't a hack. This has to be in you. Something in you has to wake up.
But what you have to do is be willing to persist in the face of adversity, even though there is no guarantee of success. And here's the wonderful thing. When you persist, your self-esteem goes up. Each time you force yourself to stay in there, your self-esteem goes up. You like yourself more. You respect yourself. You feel more confident. You feel better about yourself. In fact, in the ultimate end, you don't even mind losing because you've persisted. But here's the second thing, is persistence is self-discipline in action. And self-discipline is the foundation quality of a great personality. Everything we've talked about really depends upon our having the discipline to do it. And self-discipline means the willingness to do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. Do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. And if you can persist, you develop the habit of persistence. If you develop the habit of persistence, pretty soon you get to the point where nothing will stop you and you become unstoppable.
If I can instill one piece of advice into all human beings, it would simply be to believe in yourself beyond, without a doubt. Believe in yourself, and don't rely on anybody to believe in you. Don't rely on anybody to push you or make you better. Believe in yourself and only yourself, and allow that human being to make you a better person.
Now, your imagination will take you anywhere you want to go. Your imagination will take you to the other side of the world. It will take you into a whole new life. And you've got one. Most people are using their imagination against them. They're imagining everything's going to get worse. Start to imagine everything will get better. I have a license plate in my car. Expect. Expect what you want. Expect the situation to change.
It's a weird balance, because people like Andrew Tate are saying we need more masculinity, we need more aggression, we need X, Y, and Z, and I think I agree with that on one level for a little bit. There's also a section of men who just feel alone, like myself, who felt like they have to hold things in and that they shouldn't share their emotions, that they don't lean on people, and that they should just carry stuff in, and they need to be X, Y, and Z to be good enough. So there's this balance of that, and you almost need to learn to, again, like I mentioned, the masculine and the feminine, being able to integrate that. I feel like a real man is confident and comfortable enough to embrace the feminine energy he has in him. If he's emotional, let it out, but also have that masculine side of it. Be I'm going to be emotional right now, but I'm still going to go and fuck shit up right now, I'm still going to take charge of what I want with my life. I'm going to work fucking hard and be disciplined, but I'm going to accept that sometimes I'm going to break down, and it's going to be, I'm not saying that women break down, but there's more emotion over there, and allow it to feel it and to ask for help and to lean on people.
You create your own self. Most people are missing something because there's so much trapped in there. I don't even want to say potential. I think that's word used out too much too. There's so much in you that God, or wherever the hell you believe in, or if you're an atheist, in you, that you have not unlocked that you walk around with this gorgeous wife or a great husband and all this money, you're like, God, I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, because it's about 75% of you is still in there, still chained up, because you just didn't want to find your willpower, didn't want to find your soul, your will, your heart, your determination, your guts, your courage. And what that looks like, it looks scary.
People always say to me, like, how do you do these ultra distance events, and how do you have the motivation to get up every day and train? And the math in their mind is that that's where the discipline comes into play. What they don't realize is, like, that's what I want to do. That's what I prefer to do. Actually, certainly there's days you don't want to do it and you have to call on a little bit of discipline, but that's my joy. The discipline comes in when, yes, you're like, today's a rest day. You're not allowed to go do that thing that you enjoy doing. Or, you know, you're going to sit and meditate for 30 minutes, or you're going to write something and, you know, you're going to walk away from it and not edit it, or you're going to maybe only spend half the time you would ordinarily preparing for a podcast. You know what I mean? That's hard.
Fuck.
Going the extra mile is rote. That's second nature to me.
We know that a positive mental attitude is a foundation of a healthy, happy life. A positive mental attitude, an attitude of absolute confidence and determination that you can and be and do whatever you want, goes hand in hand with all great success. The work on positive attitude concludes this, that how you feel about yourself is based on 2 or 3 factors. First of all, it's the way you look at situations. If you look for the good in other situations and other people, you always find it. You always have a tendency to find what you do look for. If you look for the valuable lesson in every setback, and every single day you're going to have setbacks and obstacles and difficulties and disappointment. So just look for the valuable lesson. The most important of all is the work done at the University of Pennsylvania, which concludes that we are optimists to the degree to which we control our explanatory style. Explanatory style means the way we interpret things to ourselves. If you interpret things to yourself in a positive way, you're going to be positive. If you interpret them in a negative way, you're going to be negative. So superior people are consciously taking everything that happens to them and looking for a positive way to put a twist on it.
The unconscious is, so to say, the part of experience which is doing consciousness, just as the trough manifests the wave, the space manifests the solid, the background manifests the figure. And so all that side of life which you call unconscious, unknown, impenetrable, is unconscious and is unknown and is impenetrable because it's really you.
I know. I don't just believe it. I live it and feel it in here. I know that I am capable of, and every one of you are capable of, because we're all pieces of God. That we all know everything, and we're all powerful, and that whatever we put our attention on, if we stay aligned up here and think and act this way rather than down here, being consumed with our greed, that whatever it is you would like to attract into your life, you do not get what you want, you get what you are. You will attract who you are and what you are.
Hoping and wishing just inherently assumes that somebody else is somehow going to come in and solve the problem. We all know that that's not happening. Manifesting, on the other hand, locates and amplifies the power inside of you to do the work to get those things, to do the work to change your life. And it's important that you locate the power inside of you, because you're the one that's responsible for your dreams, and you're also the person that's in the best position to make those dreams a reality, because you have the ability to change the way that you think. You have the ability to change the actions that you take every single day. And when you change the actions that you take and you change the way that you think, you change your entire life. And manifesting is a tool that will help you train your brain and train your nervous system and train your mind, body, and spirit to help you achieve the things that you want.
What we have in our life is a reflection of ourselves. But remember, no matter where we are or whatever is happening, it's a reflection of of ourselves, but it's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. It's a thought about what you believe about yourself, what you believe about life, and what you believe you deserve.
What we know from quantum physics is that like attracts like, which is the law of attraction. Everything in the universe, high vibrational frequencies attract high vibrational frequencies back to it, and vice versa. Low vibrational frequencies attract low vibe.
It should be from the boundaries we unnecessarily create and into the arms of crazy.
Don't be one of those people 20 years from now are going to be walking around in a 9-to-5 job, miserable and angry and bitter because you let your dreams get away from you because you did not believe strongly enough in yourself and what was possible. Don't allow that to happen.
Successful people, winners, use their time well. Losers do not. The core of time management, the axle around which the wheel of life turns, is goals. What are your goals? What is it that you want to be or to have or to do? What is it that you want to accomplish in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years? The top 3% in every field have goals. The balance of the population have either very vague goals or no goals at all. So the question you have to ask yourself is, who am I? Where am I going? What do I want to accomplish?
When you create a clear mental picture of where you are going in life and you set clear career goals, you become more positive and more motivated and more determined to make it a reality. You see, you always tend to move in the direction of your dominant career goals and dreams and images and visions. The very act of allowing yourself to dream big dreams actually raises your self-esteem and causes you to like and respect yourself more.
And all the people that think it's unrealistic and all the people that are going to laugh at you, let them laugh. Let them think whatever they want to think. It's more of a limiting belief around their mind and what they're capable of doing. They're laughing because they don't think they could do it. They don't think it's possible for their life to achieve those big dreams. So let those people laugh. Let those people play small. Let those people be average and don't surround yourself with them. You say, thank you for your feedback. This is my dream and I'm going after it.
A successful life is based on a series of successful days, and a series of successful days is based on working on a list, one step at a time.
The first is to dream big dreams. Dream big dreams. Practice what is called back from the future thinking and project forward. Develop a vision of yourself as happy, healthy, wealthy, thin. Practice what top people practice, which is what is called idealization.
I don't believe in talent. I'm here because I worked hard my whole life. Without that work, no one in this room would know who I am except my family. So to all the kids around the world watching, paying attention, and aspiring to be like one of us or even on the stage someday, put the work in and watch the magical ride you go on.
I can't encourage you enough to continue to think that things are possible and that your dreams can come true.
The starting point of great success and achievement has always been the same. It is for you to dream big dreams. And when you're dreaming big dreams, there's nothing more important than for you to cast off your own limitations. You must begin dreaming and fantasizing about the wonderful things that you can become and have and do without thinking of all the reasons why it may not be possible.
You must be willing to extend yourself to the limit with no guarantee of success. Every day, you must ask yourself, did I do enough?
Reminder that if you want to be exceptional, you're going to be different from everyone else. That's what makes you exceptional. You can't fit in and also be exceptional. Both have discomfort. When you fit in, you have internal conflict because you're not being 100% you. When you're exceptional, you have external conflict because everyone sees you as different. Pick one. When your friends start to say, you've changed, remember it's because they don't know how to say, you've grown.
Here's a great question for you to ask and answer over and over again. What one great thing would I dare to dream if I knew I could not fail? What one great thing would you dare to dream if you could not fail? If you were absolutely guaranteed of success in any one goal in life, large or small, short-term or long-term, what would it be? Whatever it is, write it down and begin imagining that you've achieved this one great goal already. You have to have a dream if you want to make a dream come true.
Your dreams have to be bigger than all your fears. See, that's why you have to have big dreams. Because your dreams have to be bigger than all your fears and all your consequences. What makes people go back is you dream too small. See, your problem in life ain't if you aim too high and you miss it. Your problem in life is if you aim too low and you hit it. You messed up now. When you aim to the moon and you miss, you still amongst the stars. So it kind of keeps you motivated a lot longer, man, to help you push through. Because everybody's going to have a push-through moment.
So you want to be normal. So you just want to be like everybody else that roams the world, not knowing the power that's in them. Being fine with being mediocre.
Don't go through life just saying, you know what, I'm okay being average. Average sucks. It does.
With being average, are you not disgusted with being like everybody else? Being mediocre, being average, being mundane? Now, if you want to live an ordinary life, walk around, do your 9 to 5, watch some Netflix or some Hulu at night, just chill, then that's fine. But if you want to be an extraordinary individual and you want to live an extraordinary life, if you want to be extraordinary, first you have to be disgusted with your current situation. And once you're disgusted with your current situation, you must commit to changing.
Project yourself forward 5 years. Imagine that 5 years have passed and that your life is now perfect in every respect. What does it look like? What are you doing? Where are you working? How much money are you earning? How much do you have in the bank? What kind of a lifestyle are you enjoying?
I feel so strongly that the reason I'm here is I dream big dreams.
The unrealistic, laughable goals. Now, my entire life, I have done that. I have said, I'm going to make the Olympics. I'm going to be a professional athlete. I'm going to be an All-American. I'm going to break world records. I'm going to make millions of dollars. I said all of these things when I didn't have talent as an athlete, when I never made $1 as an entrepreneur, when I was working as a truck driver as an entrepreneur, I was saying this. I said, I'm going to write a New York Times best-selling book before I was almost flunked out of high school English my senior year. I said all these things when it was unrealistic and when people would fucking laugh at me. And I tell you what, if I would have had safer, realistic goals, I would have been getting average results. And that's the difference maker.
There will be people along the way, and I remember this, who will say to you, you know, you're dreaming too big. It's not possible. Those things just can't happen. Don't allow anyone, friend, family, acquaintance, teachers, whoever it is, don't allow anyone to tell you that what you are dreaming for yourself and your family is not possible. It is possible.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
Think about the amount of money you would like to earn and have in your bank account. All self-made millionaires begin with a dream of something wonderful and different from what they have today.
The goal you set, you should know how to get there. If you know how to get there, it's the wrong goal. If you know how to get there, you've already been there, or at least you know how to do it. We called ABC goals. A goal is doing what you already know how to do. B goal, doing what you think you can do. If I put this together, if I had this and that, and I got it all together, then this would happen. You know you can do it. The C goal, that's where you're creating. You have no idea how you're going to get there. But because you can see it in your mind, you know you can hold it in your hand. Make certain that you set the right goal. And I guarantee you'll never have to worry about getting up in the morning. You won't have to worry about having a good day. You're going to be working toward your goal.
There's always someone out there who's working harder than you. I'm haunted by that one. Knowing that someone out there is willing to forgo personal desires and comforts, forgo sleep, forgo whatever it takes to be better, to be the best. In life, a lot of times, we'll always have that person out there. There may not be a name or a face to him, but he exists. You make sure in life to think about that person. You make sure they put a name and a face to it. You make sure the name and face is yours. You do the haunting. Get in somebody's head. Own space. In those times when you want to quit, because we're all human, you make sure you remember one thing. All those times, and hours, and days, you sacrifice to be the best. Stay hard.
The only thing stopping us is ourselves.
We did.
Take one step in the right direction,
and you're halfway there to making the dreams come true.
Imagine that you have no limitations on what you can be or have or do in life. Just for the moment, imagine that you have all the time and all the money and all the education and all the experience and all the friends and all the contacts and all the resources and everything else you need to achieve anything you want in life. You have no limits. If your potential were completely unlimited, what kind of a life would you want to create for yourself and your family?